Essendon take on the West Coast Eagles. Essendon won 3 out of the last 5 against the Eagles. It's at Etihad Stadium. Late game on Saturday. Parko.
Some big ins, Doom. What's
big out.
Back? Oh, big outs too. Yeah, still. Yeah. Carlisle's the big out, obviously. Significant against that. But Watson and Hibberd back in will certainly help. They look a bit nimble with the Carlisle admission. I mean, that's a really sad feeling. They really needed him up and going at this time. I think last week was a really significant loss in that they lost it more than Richmond won it. That would be my view. They certainly turned it over in bad times and gave the opposition easy goals. Heppel, in my opinion, has become the complete player, absolute complete player. And in fact, if I was picking the number 1 midfielder in the competition now, I'd probably pick him in my team.
We're going to have a very, very big midfield in the All-Australian team.
Well, we are.
Hey, I saw him today. He was down at the Reckling Cup down at St Kilda. So he does and he doesn't want any notice for it. He does his charity work. He's a really good young man.
And a bigger kid. I didn't realise that he's a much stronger, bigger frame bloke than I actually thought.
Well, you had a go at Shorey not that long ago, Watson v Heppel discussion, saying that you wouldn't go near Heppel. Now he's the number 1.
I've changed my mind.
We won't tell Shorey.
No.
All right, so let's take a look at the West Coast Eagles now. Barry Hall, the ins and outs.
Well, look, they're in red-hot form, the form team of the competition for me at the moment. And look, last week their tools were absolutely fantastic. They got 15 goals out of their tools. Darling, Kennedy, Lysette kicked 3, Nick Nat, Brown and Cox. Those guys collectively kick 15 goals. If you get that every week, you won't lose a game. But
Hearn's a real key for him.
Yeah, he is. He sets them up. But it's their midfield as well, Dean, that I'm really impressed with. Pritis was fantastic. He just keeps raking up the pill. He got 42 disposals. Gaff 34. Butler, Marston 32. Shuey got 31. So their midfield has been fantastic. But usually they've turned around. We'll have a look at some stats now from rounds 1 to 19 to the past couple of weeks and just where they have turned it around. You look at the disposals, 13th to 1st.
Wow.
In the past couple of weeks. The short kicks, 15th to 1st. Uncontested marks, 15th to 1st. Percentages of marks and play on, 16th to 1st.
So that suggests they're playing short and they're hitting unmanned people, teammates, and swinging and playing on straight away.
And they're playing fast footy. They're getting an inside 50, as you can see there, 11th to 3rd. And the percentage of scores from inside 50, 13th to 1st. So they're getting it, they're playing on, they're moving it quick, and they're getting inside 50, so they're big keys. And, geez, they're doing a beautiful job.
Suits them, doesn't it, fast footy, though? With the players that they have up forward, getting it in there one-on-one is critical. It allows them to create, move into their space more effectively. So.
All right, boys, this is a tough one. This is just about the hardest one of the round to tip.
Yeah,
well, I can't pump them up and then not tip them, can I? So I'll tip them.
A week is a long time in footy, but West Coast was sensational. Essendon were poor. West Coast for me.
I'm going for the Bombers. Watson back in. I think he'll play up forward. He'll kick 3 or 4. In Carlisle's absence, I'll go for the Bombers.
Yeah, Essendon were flimsy, but I'm going to go with them. Don't let me down, Bombers. I've always loved you. All right?